Okay, so guys, um, I'm getting into this video thing, and this is our kitchen. Um, a lot of stuff in here, but what I wanted to do today was I wanted to show you how to make unleavened bread. It's very simple. We're gonna have communion tomorrow at church, and I thought, hey, this is going to be something that is not going to take a whole lot of time. It's maybe a cool little project to take some of this time away that you're kind of stuck in the house. And tomorrow at communion, your whole family can use it with the wine or grape juice or whatever it is that your family uses um, for communion. So we need some basic ingredients. One of them is salt, and that happens to be called kosher salt. Now, a couple of things that if you are Jewish, this is not kosher. It's not going to be kosher, obviously, to some degree because I'm Gentile. But I just play one on TV, I guess. Anyway, so, but it's just a basic understanding of how to make it, and it's easy and it can be fun. All right. So you have three basic ingredients. Two, if you really want to be, honest about it. Spring water or water and flour. Obviously, if you're going to make unleavened bread and you're Jewish, you're going to get flour that you're absolutely sure that there's no leavening in. And also, it's quick and easy to make. And one of the reasons is because they take 18 seconds to mix it all together to make sure that no yeast, wild yeast gets in it because there's yeast in the air. And so that way they can do everything they need to do, and there won't be yeast in the unleavened bread. So one of the other things we're going to need is simple fork. Let me grab flour. If you hear something crash, don't worry about it. You can't do anything about it anyway. Please don't call 911. So we got the flour, that big thing. We're going to need something of a measuring cup. Water is liquid measuring cup. And put that in here. Also, while this is all going on, we want to make sure that your oven is on and you have your oven up to 400 degrees. Okay? So I'm going to need you to get a little bowl so we can put some of the flour in it. And what I chose to do is just a little clear bowl. We can use that, all right? And we're going to need measuring spoons. You still with me? All right. So, measuring spoon. We have a bunch of different kinds, there's shapes. um, that we have here. Let me show you. This is kind of cool. Um, so we have. I can do this without covering up the camera. So we have round ones, and we have these oblong ones, and we have Mickey Mouse ones. These were my mother-in-law's. So, just a little side there. Sorry, my thumb's like getting in the way. Alright, so first thing we want to do is we want to get the flour in here. Now I have a 1/3 measuring cup. So it's 1, 2, 3. So that's a cup. It really should be plenty. I shouldn't need any more than that. Alright. Now, that's a cup. We're going to need, we'll probably work out to about a quarter cup. That'll be all. That'll be fine. How about quarter teaspoon of kosher salt? Yes, it's a little bit more. And put that on there. So, all right. Now, the last thing is the water. Now, I need about a half a cup of water. So, excuse me while I get rid of some of this. There we go. Half cup. It should be spring water, but it's not. I actually do have spring water, but it's in like a 5-gallon container. I've taken my rings off only because once I pour this in, I need to start mixing the water, flour, and I will be mixing it by hand. So, now, this originated with the Israelites coming out of Egypt and Passover. It's the same bread for Passover, and the idea was, you had to, those original Passover, is God gave directions to them. He said, you don't want yeast in it, and also said, you don't, we're not gonna, you gotta get ready. You gotta have your coat on and so on. And you do this so that, as soon as they say go, we're going. Because really, it wasn't like, okay, everybody done eating. Oh, no, Joshua over there, he's still, stop talking, Joshua, and eat. That's what I always heard when I was little, stop talking and eat. So, that's not how it was. Whenever Moses, however, was told by God to, let's go, they had to be ready to go. So that's kind of what that came down to. Just kind of stick it. Now what's supposed to happen here is this gets pliable, but it's not supposed to stick. So to actually get that to happen, what I believe is part of the issue is, when I put my fingers in here, it was still not quite wet enough. Okay. And we're gonna roll this into a little ball. Alright. It seems to me that it's a little wet. It should be a little drier than this. So if you'll allow me for a minute, I'm going to go ahead and use my scoop here and add a little more flour. I'm going to put some on the side so that I can add it to this and not kind of feel like I'm just see, this isn't, I'm not perfect at this. This isn't rehearsed. This is just me taking a couple minutes of my day just to kind of make this. And for tomorrow, since we have church and we're having communion, and so I thought, well, it might be fun and interesting to make it. So I've done this once before, twice before, when a friend of mine and I had a church we had started, and basically we weren't sure what we wanted to do exactly in terms of communion. Do we want to get, what elements and stuff. It's we didn't argue. I want to put that out there. It wasn't an argument of any kind, but and it never was. But it's amazing what kind of things, little things that you just have to think about when you run a church or you're involved with a church. And this is kind of like having church at home. So there's things you got to think about when you're going to have communion. It's not like you have a pastor that's going to be passing it out. It's just, it's just family, And so, traditionally in the Jewish home, that, oven's ready, right? In the Jewish family, the oldest male, or father, or grandfather, would be the one who would, pass out the elements. And my wife and I had the opportunity to go to a Seder last year, which was sort of the Last Supper meal. And it was wow. It was really eye-opening, and how just the different elements relate to the Torah and, quite frankly, the New Testament. And I'm still kind of adding a little bit of flour to this and kind of making it pliable. As you can see, it's not sticking to my hands as much as it was. So, looks like somebody's coming here to try to figure out what we're doing. That's the missus who's gone to the basement to get the laundry done. Okay, so the next stage, and I'm going to move you a minute. Let's see how this works. If you will, so you have a better seat in the house. Is it working? There. You see that? Good. So here's what we're doing. We're just taking this. I think what we'll need to do is maybe split it in half here. Right? Then we're gonna smash this out. Now, there is a type of matzah bread, a flat, unleavened bread that's not as thin. There's some that's really thin. It can be seem like it's almost burnt when it's made. So, but yeah, when you're making it kosher, everything has to be cleaned, and there's certain ways to do that. And it's a lot of expectation there. Then we went to the Chabad, which is the Jewish house. I may be saying that wrong. If I am, my apologies. The matzah there was round. So, but we're gonna try to make it round, but it's not gonna be quite round. And yeah, the fork again.
Leaking me down into the basement.
Apparently we have a leak in the kitchen, and not the kind you would cook with. Is that the water from the cat water?
Yeah, I think. But it's puddled and I can't get to it. I think that's what that's the only thing I can think of. It's in the right spot. See if that works.
And all I'm doing right now is poking fork holes in it, and and of course it's so that it doesn't rise, right? You can see that both sides. Now, after that, we're gonna put this in the oven. And I wasn't expecting to have two of them. This is parchment paper. That almost never works for me. Now what I have in the oven is a pizza stone, and I'm just going to lay this on top of that. And let's see, timer, we're going to put 8 minutes. Yeah. Now, is it going to take 8 minutes? I don't know. Honestly, I don't think it's going to take that long. But we'll keep an eye on it. So, the other thing about kitchen maintenance is this. Put stuff away. We don't have a really big kitchen. So, well, let me put it this way. Our kitchen is small in that we don't have a whole lot of counter space. And so, to keep things from getting messed up, spilled, and things like that, we have a sort of a rule in the house, which is if you take something out of its place in the kitchen, then please, by all means, put it back. If you don't remember where it goes, then ask. If you don't put it back, then nobody knows where it is the next time, and it's frustrating because you go for the salt, or pepper, or sugar, and boom, it's not there. Right. So I'm going to give you a different view here in a second. There you go. It's just basically a round circle. And again, we're just going to poke this with a fork. One of the things that I'll do is I went in one direction when I was poking it, and then when I flip it over, I go a different direction when I poke it, and I make sure that I don't turn it 45 degrees so that when I poke it in that second direction, I'm actually poking it in the same direction as I did before. If that didn't make sense to you, that's okay. Just make sure that you're kind of getting the holes in there, and that'll be fine. And it looks like that. And yes, it's kind of a big cracker. So that's that piece. There you go. And let's see. We've just wasted about 4 minutes making that second one. Let's look at it and see what we're doing. Yeah. It still needs some more time. Now, 8 to 12 minutes is probably how long it'll take. They're very thin, so you want to keep an eye on them. You don't want to burn them. No, they're not going to taste real good. It's not like this is a flavor thing. This is, it's the original intent is to get something in your belly and leave and just get out. And so the herbs and everything are kind of interesting because the actual herbs that they use settle the stomach and cause you to not feel overfull or have an upset stomach with what you've eaten. So this is also, um, you know, once this was all done with the meal, when Jesus had given the bread and broke the bread, this is basically what he was doing. So that's how you make it. I can always come back in the comments later and show you what it looks like when it's cooked. And that's it. If you want to try it, send me your success pictures, or failure pictures, whatever you want to call them. We can spur each other on, as it were. All right. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. Love y'all. Bye bye.